In this video, I'm going to show you how to get money fast in Dune Awakening. Now, the currency in Dune is Solaris, and you're going to need a lot of it for buying things like faction cosmetics or purchasing stuff on the Chome exchange, which is the player auction house. First off, I'll show you the auction house and some of the stuff that I like to sell on there. And then I'll show you one of the current loot farms that I do that will get you thousands of Solaris each run and a bunch of schematics that you can sell on the exchange. So as far as the auction house goes, I like to keep things simple. I sell a variety of things. I always undercut, usually by a couple of thousand. I put things up for only one day, and then I usually check the exchange around every 24 hours or so. Here's some examples of some of the stuff that I sell on a regular basis and the prices that I'm currently getting. When you're starting out, as I said, keep it simple, sell a variety of things, and then just pay attention to the stuff that sells and the stuff that won't sell. As you can see here, I sell quite a few things every day, probably make around 50 to 100,000 Solaris. And now I'll show you where I farm these schematics. But this farm is also really good for just getting Solaris on its own. Every one of these chests is going to have a couple thousand Solaris for us. And the best thing about this farm is these chests are very quick and easy to get to. So this is the location of my base. It is located in a very good spot to do this loot farm. And I've designed this loot farm to be very convenient to do straight from my base location. The first spot that I usually loot is this body that's on top of the tower in Misa Terrell. After this, we're going to fly over to the Beastclaw. These locations will sometimes have enemies. They're pretty tough enemies, so make sure that you have some good gear in order to take these guys on. But actually, most of the time, you're going to go in here and you're going to be able to either bypass the enemies or you're not even going to see any enemies at all. I have a specific route that I take every time when I go in through one of these. I usually loot most of the chests here, even the little ones, and then grab the big star chest before I leave. Next, we're going to head down to the edge of Acheron. This has the exact same layout as the last spot that we hit, so I run the exact same route, getting the exact same chest. Then I'll head down to Shoal and hit this grotto right here. This is a short cave, doesn't have any enemies in it at all. So we can very quickly hit the chest that's in this cave, but it is in a little bit of a hidden spot, as you can see here. Next up, we're going to head a little further south and we're going to hit the wreck of the Euporia. This spot is going to have some tough enemies as well. There's only 3 enemies here and this is a very quick run through this ship.
Target found.
Next up, we're going to go through the shield wall out to the world map so we can very quickly travel back up north. Back up north, we're going to hit the Stonestep Village, which is in this location here. And if you follow my route here, you can very quickly get in, get the chest, and back out again. You do have a chance of running into enemies here as well, so be prepared for that. And this is actually one of the best locations to hit because you have a chance of getting the Taro cut array here, which is one of the best cut arrays in the game, and also sells really well on the auction house. So that's it for the loot run. I usually get a little over 16,000 Solaris just from doing the loot run alone. And that's in addition to anything that you get from this loot run that you can sell on the auction house. The reason why this loot run is so good for making money in Dune Awakening is because of how fast you can do it. It is so easy to pop onto the game at any time during the day and quickly run this probably within 10 to 20 minutes and get yourself a good amount of money and a good amount of loot. Of course, there are many other places on the map where you can get good loot and a good amount of Solaris as well. But I designed this loot run to be fast and efficient so that even if I only have a few minutes to jump on the game, I can quickly do a loot run for several thousand Solaris and get some good loot that I can put onto the auction house. This loot run is all about being fast and efficient, but if you guys have any good suggestions for other loot locations that I can incorporate into this loot run, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. If you got some useful information out of this video, it'd be awesome if you'd hit that subscribe button. Here's another quick look at some of the things that I like to post up onto the auction house. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay where you're at, and I'll come where you're to. Later, everyone.